lots of cultures, what happens to you at your birth is seen as setting one of the things that sets your path for the rest of your life. We have so many mothers who were unconscious when the child was born, but if the mother was unconscious, the child was unconscious too. So it's not surprising that a whole lot of people kind of lack push and drive and stuff because that is taken away. The kid is in a panic because they instinctively don't want to hurt their mothers. You're like, boy, if I'm abandoned here, this is bad news, and that's built right in. So another remedial thing is to make eye contact, particularly when people start looking left eye to left eye. And most parents don't look at the kids because there's so much pain. And they look at the kids and they think, oh God, I'm messing up the parent. People have so much accumulated pain and suffering. There's a constipation of all these emotions, you know. And we don't teach kids how to let them go.
I don't think I do a really good job of letting them go, you know. So how can you teach your children, you know?
Funny you should ask.
I said at one point, I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah.
My parents are messed up. I'm not doing that. And I see myself doing the same damn thing.
Are you messed up?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not. No. We can't say that. You know, people look and say, you know, I can barely talk to my father. I can barely talk to my mother. You know, I'm so angry at them. Great. That's really super. They never did anything right. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because this stuff is so powerful. We don't teach them how to let it go. So how do you let go of stuff? Well, nature is one of the biggest ones. Go for a walk with your kid. I mean, even if the kid at first doesn't want to go, you don't worry about it, you just walk along and say, well, look at this, look at this, look at this. And here's another thing about what you say when the kid is having trouble. I don't know how you're going to get it, but I got faith you're going to do it, honey. And it's like, how many people here at this table can name people, like, who had faith in me? And how is that faith transmitted?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
That's a huge question. And you know, why can most people tell you what their parents were afraid of? Yeah. And the parents don't want their kids to suffer like they suffered because they haven't let go of their suffering yet.
Right.
And so how can they let go of their suffering? Well, psychotherapy, getting lots of massage, in time, kind of realizing, oh, life is different. But if you're afraid of something in this life, guess what? That's what you get. How we treat our kids is just, you know, is a mirror to how people have been treated themselves. There's now enough people that are waking up saying, I want to break this cycle. You know, and they got a big enough view that can say, well, I don't want to do to my kid what my dad did to me. Yeah. And I'm interested in putting bucks and time and effort into changing it. And I'm strong enough that I can look the devil in the eye. And I'm proposing that we just keep encouraging kids, telling kids, look, you're strong. And when I was a principal, the kids would feel like they were weak. And you know, when a kid feels like they're weak, they'll do one of two things, and one of them is they'll turn into a bully, or the other is they'll put themselves up for target practice from bullies. And so how do you break that cycle? And one of them is just teaching kids how to keep their cool. And so things like Aikido and Karate and Taekwondo and all this kind of stuff. But then there are killer statements you can teach kids. You know that game where the kid's hat gets taken away and the bullies flip the hat back and forth, or they're punching the kid, or you know, any of those things, and the kid just says, "Look at, you know, when you're finished with the hat, give it back." Or they're saying taunting, cruel things to this kid, and the kid just looks at them and he says, "You know, you're trying to hurt my feelings. It's working. You are hurting my feelings." And
yeah, right.
Game called.
Where you go from there?
Where do you go from there? And then the kid gets armed with statements that empower the kid.